I have seen this campus abuzz with enthusiasm and energy in this past 1 month in anticipation of this day. Braving all the odds, we wanted to give you a finale and before the end of this year so that you keep faith in what can be achieved by collective will and by action. You have been in NIFT longer than me. All of you joined in 2016 and me only in 2018. It is not out of place to mention that I learned my ropes in NIFT looking at you, looking at the class of 2020. NIFT policies, NIFT academia, social media, it is through your eyes that I have seen NIFT. And let me say, because of 289 of you, I fell in love with NIFT, hard and flat. And love changes the game. And it is love that makes all your faculty risk their lives and their families to be determined to give you a convocation in this very year. They were here planning, getting into details, decide the decor, order the flowers, think of uniform masks, mementos, a selfie station, installations, and what have you. So it is not only your parents, Google, Pinterest, Adobe, and your friends that you need to be thankful for. But first and foremost, it is to them, 40 of them, all of you who worry, love, watch your backs, fear, cry, not only all these 4 years, but in the years to come. So to you faculty, my congratulations for a batch of 2020. And to you students as well, for having survived, thrived, and flourished to stand today to receive your degrees. An undergraduate degree of 4 years is our bedrock of adult life. Even now, if I were to look back at what made me good and bad, it's not to JNU or Oxford. It is to 5 years at my own alma mater, St. Teresa's College, that I hold it. Your love affair with your undergrad college never ends. And it is this flag that you will fly high in the years to come. Most often in life and in work, much of what we have studied in a course may not come handy, yet the principles stay. I know from my economics why the first pizza bite tastes best and why 5 bites later it is uninteresting. It is the law of diminishing marginal utility. I know that the decisions I take are always limited by what is called bounded rationality. So what does formal education then give you? It gives you tools. And what did you come in with? You came in with talent. And when tools and talent actively participate with each other, you create. And in these 4 years, what we have tested and built in you is a capacity to undertake a difficult task, the rigor, the discipline, the meticulous planning to a project, a certain mental strength in problem solving, the joy of the eureka moment, and knowing about the universe a little more scientifically, precisely, and measuredly. What you have also learned, and you will keep learning, is much about yourself, what sort of a person you are. Are you a few words person, a creative one, a verbose one, a tactile hands-on person, somebody who likes to work with others, or the loner at the desk, what time of the day works for you, etc. This, I tell you, is your only work in progress. Your personalities that changes, evolves through all the ebb and tide of life. Be in touch with your core and yourself. Don't be boring. Evolve every day and every minute. We invest and update apps, upgrade our gadgets, clothes, cars, and what have you. But what about self? How many of us keep up our reading, really care to understand the nuances of an issue beyond the 150 or 200 words that Twitter or Facebook or Instagram gives us? We drive in the latest SUV, but with a mindset that is antiquated, not liberal, not tolerant, not respectful, not patient. Friends change, parents leave, partners change, workplaces shift, but what or who your constant companion will be is always yourself, and make that journey worthwhile. That is the only thing you cannot resign from, divorce, change or delete, but always can keep redoing infinite times and joyously. Observe what angers you, annoys you, makes you happy, and makes your soul sing and whistle, and makes you do that little jig in the elevator when no one is looking. Which now brings me to your software. As a generation, don't fall into the trap of who can care less. Values, structures, organizations, authority figures, hold on to some, even if not all. A few people, a few structures, a few values, family, one or two friends, one or two loved ones, one or two mentors, a guide. Integrity, love, these are good values to hold on. Integrity, both intellectual as well as moral. Ideology, yes, not propaganda. Love, yes, in all forms, sizes, colors, shapes, and orientation. The trouble with growing up with social media is that we crowdsource our decisions. We take everyone's opinions, but forget what works for us. What is it that we need to wear? What to study? Whom to date? What lipstick? Coffee or tea? The number of questions that we put out in social media for people to decide what we should do is infinitesimal. Where are you in all this? Improve your decision-making power and don't leave it to the Insta algorithm or Facebook pop-ups. When you start taking decisions, stand by them and learn to be responsible for them. The richness of a human life is not in anonymous followers from all over the world, but the neighbor next door, who will be the very first to respond when you cry. Even there, better an enemy at nigh than a friend afar. You need to constantly ask yourself, whom is it that you are photographing food for before putting that morsel into your mouth? Whom is it that you go on a holiday for, or buy an acquisition? Even while we are reduced to several bytes on social media, keep many bits of you to yourself. Not all need to know your plans, your dreams, your triumphs, your tragedies, and your disaster. Reserve a bit to yourselves and to your loved ones alone. I hope you will go on to make beautiful relationships wherever you go and not sacrifice humanity at the altar of technology. And finally, I want to leave you with my most important mantra, my 4 absolutes which I swear by. Apology, love, yes, and no. So here goes. Number 1, the ability to accept a mistake is a virtue you need to cultivate personally and professionally. Mess happens all the time. Don't pass the buck, say sorry, accept it. When you apologize, 3 words are enough, which is, I'm sorry. You know, you did it first. I was only reacting, not necessary, not needed. It's an absolute, I'm sorry, period. Number 2, I love you, period. No conditions, no ifs, no buts. It's not a circus that you will love someone if they perform. No. Love to the point that it hurts. No ifs and buts. Love to the point that there is no tomorrow. 3, a no. A no is an absolute. Respect that when you hear it, and muster the courage when you have to say it. When you have to draw a line, and when you have come to the decision of saying a no, it is a no. A yes is absolute. Again, honor it when you make the commitment to somebody special, to a job, to a task, wherever you go and stick your head out, stick your neck out, and say a yes. Honor the commitment that you make. Absolutism is not about sitting on the fence. It is to get to the ring and fight to the finish. What you believe is right with all your might. And that is a good time to seg into Muhammad Ali, the boxer, who in 1975 finished a speech to Harvard students, and someone in the crowd shouted, "Give us a poem." And he turned back and said, me, we. I leave you with two fundamental questions. Who am I, the me of it, and who are we as humanity today? Live well, laugh, love a lot. Even if nobody does, be the one who will. Give dependable vibes, committed, not afraid. I was in two minds whether to recite Kipling to you, or Mother Teresa's poem. And let me say, eventually love triumphed. So here goes. This is Mother Teresa's poem titled Anyway. People are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you're kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you're successful, you will win some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway at all costs. If you're honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest and frank anyway. What you spent years building, someone could destroy it overnight. Build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy. Always. Anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give the world the best you have got anyway. You see, in the final analysis, it is between you and your God. It was never between you and them anyway. So class of 2020, as you step into the adult world, away from and outside the portals of National Institute of Fashion Technology, I wish you all my very best. And by the powers vested in me as director of the campus, and on behalf of the Director General of National Institute of Fashion Technology, under whose seal and signature the degrees of Bachelor of Fashion Technology and the Bachelor of Design in the departments of Fashion Communication, Fashion Design, Fashion and Lifestyle Accessories, Knitwear, and Textile Design is conferred. I declare the class of 2020 to have officially graduated. Be full of sound, be full of and be full of light, signifying all that is beautiful and remarkable in humanity. God bless.